Today I'd like to tell you about my book that I wrote, published, and illustrated. The name of the book is Magical Hallows Eve. It is a children's book. I created this book out of one of my paintings, the painting which is right here behind me. It gave me the inspiration and the idea to create the book. Let's start by giving you a little bit of what the book's about. Ryan was sad and wished he had friends he could just walk to school with. Scattered on the ground near where he sat, Ryan saw a broken pumpkin with the seeds all over the ground. A glowing seed caught his eye. He took the seed and put it in his pants pocket. He gave up on making it to school. Let me read you another excerpt from the book that's a little further on. Just then, Derry stopped, did a little twirl, and said, "Look up that hill. That is Mayor Puddle's house. He is the best mayor in the entire world." Ryan looked and was amazed. The house was a neat-looking place with lots of flowers. The house had a round window that made him think of an eye. He wished his house had an eye like that. Derry said, "Come on. So much more I want to show you, in not much time." Now let me tell you a little bit about how the book came into creation. The painting right here behind me, this is Magical Hallows Eve countryside. This is the town of Hallows Eve. I created this painting when my daughter, she bought me a piece of canvas for Mother's Day, and she bought me a big piece of canvas, and she was really proud, and I wanted to make sure that I painted something really different and really special, since she went out of her way to do such a nice thing. And I had a lot of ideas, and to be honest with you, I sat down and I started painting, and before you know it, my original idea wasn't even there anymore, and this came out from nowhere. I don't actually honestly know where my ideas come from. I don't control them. I sit down, I paint, and whatever happens, happens, and that's the best way to describe it. Even if I do have an idea originally in mind when I start a painting, most times it varies off on its own direction, and I don't try to rein it back in. I believe creativity has a mind of its own, and who am I to say where it goes? So here's the painting, and I started out with the sky, and it was supposed to be more of a landscape, more, maybe a little bit far out, but not as far out as it became. And as I sat there looking at the painting when it was all finished, I decided that this was a town, and this town needed a name. And considering I'm a huge fan of Halloween, I love Halloween, always have my whole life, I thought, what could be more justified than naming the town Hallows Eve? So here is the town, and that's how it was named. And there's lots of references to Halloween in a way to the town. The streets here and the sidewalks are all made of pumpkin shells. You have the crazy various trees and the little statuaries, and it's a nice little place. And I was sitting there thinking about it one day, and I was looking at the painting, and out of nowhere, the idea for this book occurred. I started seeing a town, and in this town I seen different characters, and a whole storyline was born. That's essentially how the book was born. It started from a painting and snowballed into a whole entire book. This is my first book. I'm hoping to do others. I'm a very busy artist. I paint a lot, and you can see other videos I have on YouTube and different places all over the internet that I have my artwork. That is my major thing that I do, but I like to venture in all directions. Give you a little bit more sneak peek into the book. The painting that I inspired the book is the focus of the book. Here it is in the book. I also created each and every painting that is in the book. Some of them are on canvas, some of them are canvas board, some of them are on paper, but each and every painting does exist, including the backgrounds, and let me show you a little bit about that. Here is one of the backgrounds of one of the pages, to give you an idea. This is on paper. And then I have a whole stack here. I'll just go through real quick with you. Here's a page. Here's Ryan in the pumpkin patch. This is Derry the dragon. And as you see, each and every one of these was painted, hand painted. Everything in there is hand painted by me. Here's Miss Pixel and Derry and Ryan. Here's the mayor. More. Here's the last page of the book. And here is the front cover of the book. These were all created on canvas board. Different ones are created on different things, just according to how I felt that day. It was an interesting adventure that I sure glad I never missed. I'm glad I did what I did. I'm glad I created a book. I'm glad I get to share that with you. I'm glad I get to share my strange and crazy imagination with you. I'm not exactly sure where all that comes from. I think it comes from the fact that, you know, I was an only child and I spent a lot of time alone. And when you're alone, you have to have a pretty creative mind. If you don't, you can get pretty lonely. So, in that, I created a vast world, apparently. And as I got older, it seems to come back to me, and I kind of live in my head. I kind of think of myself as a female Peter Pan in my head, I guess. I create many worlds. This is the land of Hallows Eve, obviously, and I also have one called Whimsyville. And who knows what tomorrow may bring. I mean, it never ends with me. My imagination is limitless. I pretty much live every day with ideas that just constantly roll through my head all day long, every day. It's gotten to the point where I have trouble sleeping at night because I have so many ideas. It never stops. I mean, I have ideas on making videos such as this one. I have ideas on paintings and what I want to paint. I have ideas on sculptures I want to make. Some things I have ideas for I don't even have the capabilities of doing, but it doesn't stop me from having the idea. I'm hoping I can do more books. I'm hoping this is not my last one. I have actually started part 2 of Hallows Eve, Magical Hallows Eve. I actually, you know, started writing it, and because of my crazy imagination and whatnot, I have a hard time getting back to those things. I have so much going on all the time. I maintain all my websites. I do art shows all summer long. I am a full-time artist, so I work every day, just like everybody else. And so I have many more adventures to go on. Maybe you'll be a part of some of them, maybe you won't. Who's to say? As you can tell, I'm not used to being in front of the camera other than me painting. I don't usually talk. So it's been an experience for me. I'm glad you were able to share this adventure with me, and I hope you get a chance to check out the book, Magical Hallows Eve. It is available on ebook as well as in print form. Like I said, I will have the information at the end of the video. Please check it out. Please also check out my artwork. There's all kinds of different things to tantalize your eyeballs, and I hope you get a go on many more journeys with me, whether it be through my visual art or through my books. And ta-ta for now. See you later.